Hey guys, so let's cut to the chase right here, because this is a difficult topic to be faced with. And that's the topic of infertility or miscarriages. It's something that we are experiencing. A lot of people coming into our office who have had this happen in the past, or they're currently going through fertility treatments, and they're looking for other options. And they found that either through friends, usually it's all word of mouth, that chiropractic is something that can benefit them. And it's such an unknown realm that people have no idea that chiropractic care could help with fertility. But if you understand the issues behind it, why people are unable to have kids in the first place or to get pregnant, or if they get pregnant, there's a spontaneous abortion at some point in the pregnancy and the baby is lost. I mean, there is so much emotional trauma that is associated with that, and then the embarrassment behind it on having to tell people, so much so that nowadays, almost until you're through your first trimester, people don't want to announce that they're pregnant for fear of what will people think if they found out that that we are no longer going to have this child. The fear rides very, very deep into people, and really the truth is people aren't as judgmental as you think, first of all, and then the other thing is so many people are affected by it that you would have no idea. So there's a lot of compassion out there for people who understand the heartache that is associated with losing a child in pregnancy, or having these fertility issues, or being infertile in the first place. And so first of all, go into it with that knowledge and that understanding that there's a lot more people in your situation than you think. What is very important to know is where this comes about. So this comes about from your body. It's under too much stress. So if you're under a lot of stress, your body is going to start to break down in a lot of different ways. And that leads to tons of disease processes as you age and as you go on. In the short term, stress is okay. In the long term, it destroys our body. It's caustic. It is a terrible thing, but too many of us, the majority of Americans, are affected by chronic stress. And that chronic stress will lead to, like I said, all these different types of chronic diseases. But something that's not spoken a whole lot about is that it will lead to infertility. In fact, your immune system, which is there to protect you, will actually sense that you're under too much stress, that you're under too much stress to have a baby. And so what it does is it'll literally, the T cells, which are little, that are part of your protectors, will actually produce a bunch of progesterone. And so much progesterone that will actually cause a spontaneous abortion, because your innate potential inside of you, that innate intelligence that says, hey, we're too stressed for you to bring a baby into the world right now. This is not the right time. And so your body is what is stopping you from having a child. So you might want this child more than anything else, but your body's just telling you that it's not the right time because things are out of sorts. Your mind and your brain is disconnected from your body, so much so that this stress is overwhelming you, and there's too many things that you have to deal with first. And it goes back to a very basic, primal survival instinct. Think about it from an animal's perspective. If an animal is being attacked or maybe their food supply has run short, well, nature has a technique, and that technique is saying, hey, this is not a good time or a place to produce an offspring. It's going to drain your resources, and there's not enough food to replenish you and keep you alive, let alone keep your child or your offspring alive. So it says, hey, we'll just stop this now, and then we can resume it at another time. As humans, obviously, we are not like animals. We are very emotionally attached to the idea of bringing a child into this. There's so much that goes into it: the preparation, the excitement, the expectation, and telling people, and then them talking to you about it, and what are you going to name it, and is it a boy, is it a girl? All those questions that are phenomenal, and they're so exciting, and it's a beautiful thing. That is all up in our head, and it's all swirling around. So if we are faced with losing a child like that, we don't get to just walk away and forget about it. So what is amazing is what we do in chiropractic is our whole job is to reconnect your brain to your body and your body back to your brain, so that the communication, if it's there, you will start to become more healthy. That's literally the only reason we become unhealthy, is we start to become disconnected. The brain controls everything. And if the brain can't connect up and send all the messages correctly, and then receive messages from your brain, from your body, to know, hey, what does it need to do? What sort of things do we need to coordinate here? If it doesn't get accurate messages, then what happens is you start to break things, and things start to break down. Stress is a huge piece of that puzzle. So if you're very stressed out in your life, that's going to be causing that breakdown. But what's great is, even if you have a lot of stress, even if you have chemical stressors, physical stressors, emotional stressors in your life, and those are the 3 types of stressors that you can experience, they all disconnect your mind, body, and spirit from one another. What we do in chiropractic is we work to find and locate in the spine, where are those disconnects. If they're there, which they always are, we're able to remove that interference so that your brain and body can start to reconnect and talk the way that it's supposed to. And when it starts to talk and can reconnect up, then what is happening is your body starts to heal naturally the way that it's supposed to. Because we're always trying to heal, no matter what. Even if you're very unhealthy and you're sick, your body is constantly going through that healing process, replacing old cells with new cells, and that's constantly going on. And so when we're seeing people that are coming into our office and they've been dealing with fertility issues, or they've been having very irregular menstrual cycles for years and years and years, and they start to get pregnant under chiropractic care, they are blown away, because they're hopeful for sure, but a lot of times people will come and they've been through fertility treatments, which are not cheap at all, and they're very invasive, and there's just a whole lot that's wrapped around that whole industry of itself. A lot of fear, a lot of hopefulness, a lot of letdowns as through the process, as an egg maybe they think it takes, but then it doesn't. And when we see people that are starting to get pregnant, and they stay pregnant, and they have successful deliveries, it is the coolest thing, because we just removed the interference from the nervous system so that you can function and you can remove and deal with the stressors of your life appropriately, and then your body starts to function well. And so there's hope, and the best way to go about it is to go about it naturally. So you're not pumping yourself full of hormones artificially, and you're not trying to go around your body that's trying to tell you that, hey, we're not ready right now. We're just preparing your body to be ready right now so that it can get pregnant and it can carry it through. And this is not just a woman thing, this is a man thing as well. Men are equally responsible for having sperm that is viable, and so the same process occurs. If men are stressed, the sperm is not going to be nearly as viable. And so the likelihood of having a conception is going to be drastically reduced if the husband or the man is not connected up. So with fertility treatments, the best way to go about it is husband and wife to both get in under chiropractic care, and then give it enough time so that the cells are able to start to respond appropriately. You're able to connect up your brain into your body, into your all the hormone systems are actually under control of the brain, if you didn't know that. And so once you start to get in that balance, then your body will be ready to conceive a child, and we would love to be able to be on that journey with you. And if you have any more questions, come in, get a consultation so we can get you started, and you really have nothing to lose. It is an awesome process. You're going to not only experience this as a big benefit, but so many other areas of your life, you'll notice them improve as well. So again, I'm Dr. Lee Horine. I'm with Ignite Chiropractic. My wife, Dr. Natalie Horine, she's very, very fired up and excited about this topic as well. And she has just tons of knowledge to share as well. So come in, we'll talk to you, and we'll get you started. All right, talk to you soon.